Hey Sagittarius, Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. General reading. Take what works, leave what doesn't. You can check your other major placements if you want. And over here on YouTube, we'll be doing an oracle deck reading. And then over on Vimeo, we'll continue the story with a more traditional tarot spread. All right. So we're looking into the Urban Crow Oracle. See what we got here. We've got one card right off the bat. Anything else from here? Okay. Oh, 4 cards total, but let's take this one separately. Commitment. So we might be talking about a relationship. This could also be a commitment to pretty much anything, but this is commitment is talking about maintaining, obviously commitment is, this isn't a fair weather friendship. This isn't, just so long as things are going easily, I will do this. This is, there are bumps in the road. There are bumps in the road and we stay with things, even though they're imperfect. Staying with something that you're passionate about or that you've already committed to in good times and bad. And there's an imperfection here that that is completely surmountable. Working together, committing to working together to help each other when one is down and the other can do that. So commitment, staying with something basically, even though there might be some difficult things, or they don't even have to be difficult. That's the thing. Like, you can just be like, oh, all right, you're not functional right now. I do something. It's not a big deal. Sometimes it gets old and difficult. That can get difficult. But this is, I just feel like this might actually come very easily and just be kind of natural. And of course, I'm going to continue doing this. Of course, I'm going to help you out here. So there's something that either a person or an activity that you're committed to, that you're sticking with even through maybe what some might consider a difficult time. Nurturing something even though it's not a mode where the person can maybe or the situation is maybe giving back as much. So there might be some unbalanced giving here, some unbalanced, unreciprocatable giving here. Or unreciprocatable, it's not giving you back what you want right now, but that's really not part of the arrangement anyway. So, we have to be careful and have good boundaries and stuff like that. But there are always these situations where, it just doesn't give back. You've got to find the motivation within yourself to, why are you doing this? Why are you committed to this thing? Even if it doesn't give back to you, is it still worth it? Is there something here that's still, does this give you value, a sense of purpose, a sense of direction? Do you appreciate, can you appreciate the situation and yourself, even if it's not necessarily perfectly reciprocal? We want to be careful with that, but at the same time, every relationship and every activity we do and everything we're devoted and committed to is going to have periods of time where we're putting in a lot of work and not really receiving much back. So you have to check in with what is it that you're getting out of it, because it's not obviously apparent that you're getting something out of it. So you have to be getting something internal out of it, right? In order to commit to something through good times and bad. Okay. So talking about something you're committed to, and it's not going well, is it? No. We've got isolation. So feeling alone or feeling isolated from the group. Here's this whole group and you're outside of it, feeling like the loner, feeling left out. And maybe you've made a commitment and you're feeling left out of, it's not serving you right now. So we could be talking about a commitment where it isn't serving you anymore and you can't find the internal motivation of why you're doing this. And you're also not getting anything external. So we can be committed to something, committed to a path, committed to a career path or something like that. And as long as you're enjoying it, it doesn't actually matter if you're getting the rewards for it, external rewards or whatever. But if you're not enjoying it anymore, and you're not getting rewards for it, well, that's something else. So isolation here, feeling alone, feeling isolated, maybe singled out a little bit, separated from others. Maybe you're in quarantine. So there's some isolation here. So if this is about a relationship, you're definitely not like feeling connected to the person. You're definitely not feeling maybe even valued or maybe even wanted. You may be feeling, just separated from something that you've committed to, or just not part of something. Like maybe you committed to something and you're just not feeling like you're a part of it. Actually, you're separate, you're alone. And why? Like, can you go join the group, or have you been ostracized for a reason? Then we have trickery. So something's been hidden. Something is not what it seems. This seems to be quite a theme. Honestly, I think it's come up in all the last 4 readings. Something's not quite as it seems. So in a relationship or a commitment, someone's hiding something, right? Oh no, here's the hole. And here, look here at this hole that I put my stuff in. There's no other hole that I put my stuff in. There's no other place, this is open. I have no other place. I don't have a burner phone. I don't have anything else here. There's just a pile of leaves. It's just a pile of clothes. Don't worry about it. Don't look under there. There's nothing there, right? So there's something that's hidden. Maybe you're doing the hiding, and maybe that's why you feel isolated, because this other person is keeping something from you. And you're feeling that disconnect, that this isn't, there's something, and it doesn't have to be, what is it? Is it like a surprise party, or is it like a side piece? Like, what is being kept from you here? You don't know exactly, but this is, and maybe you're the one that's doing the trickery, a little bit of sleight of hand, a little bit of redirection, and this is appropriate sometimes, right? Like, hey, don't take my stuff. So in this commitment card, we see a crow with a broken beak, and the crows, the corvid, I don't know about all corvids, but crows and ravens will mate for life, right? So this one has a broken beak, and this one brings it food, because it can't access the food itself, right? So they're very committed to each other. Okay, you're a little broken. That's fine. I can handle that. This is not a problem. So, but there's not sharing right now. There's separation and not sharing. Right now, we're keeping our little treasures to ourselves. You've got a broken beak. Oh well, too bad for you. Not only am I not gonna bring you any stuff, I'm also going to hide what I do have from you, because there's a real disconnect, and someone's hiding something. And this is already, like, I feel like this is already someone that you're connected to, that you have like an inevitable commitment to. Like our family, we don't necessarily have like a commitment to, but we have sort of, unless we take strong steps to completely sever that commitment, there's always like a low level connection to our family. So you could be feeling isolated, and that there's something going on. Someone's hiding something from you. They got bit by a zombie and they're keeping it from you, or they have some sort of treasure. Now, maybe they're saving it for later to share with you later. They're like, oh, you always eat all the snacks, so I'm keeping a snack hidden for later, so that we have a snack tomorrow too, because you always eat the chips. I don't know, what the motivation here is, but it definitely has somebody in this situation feeling isolated and alone, and they're probably sensing, like, this crow's like, well, why aren't you with me? What are you doing over there? Like, I'm over here by myself, and you left and you went and did something. So what is it that you're doing without me? I feel isolated and alone and separated from something that, maybe you've put a lot of effort into, good times and bad. And this looks like we're being reminded of that commitment, because someone here is feeling isolated, alone, and tricked. And like, there's something going on that they're not, they can sense that there's something going on, but they're not sure what it is. So this could be you or somebody else. You know, hiding authenticity is super important to feeling connected, right? Anytime we're, you know, not being our authentic self, we're disconnecting from ourself. And then we're also creating that same disconnect echoes in our relationships as well, right? So when we're disconnected from who we are and what we want and how we feel, when we disconnect from that, we also disconnect other people from that. Like we're in a way the channel to who we genuinely are. And then our job is to sort of channel that into our relationships, our authentic self and how we truly feel. Now, sometimes people can't handle that and don't want that, but you know, then they need to be authentic and share that back with us, right? So, so you may be feeling isolated, but someone's separated. There's like a layer of separation here. And it's because something's not authentic. Authenticity has come up repeatedly over these last 4 readings. It's pretty interesting. And then we have soar. So we have, it's interesting because commitments are worth it. We can go through these hard times and these difficult times of separating, of hiding, of you know, separation from ourselves. And then we have these easier times where we soar, like we pumped our wings a lot. It was a lot of work to get through something. And then we have these moments where we can just glide through the air. We've set it up, we've done the work, we've set it up, and then some ease comes in here. So I feel like that's a little bit of what we're talking about here is a rough patch in a relationship or some sort of commitment. This could be like, you know, committing to an activity, a career, or something like that, but just something's not what it seems. But I think working through that gets you to a much better place where there's going to be moments of ease. Like we're only ever talking about moments of ease and moments of difficulty. They all pass through and move, and we're in them for different periods of time, and we move through them in different aspects of our life. So we're talking about, and the difficulty here is talking about sort of isolation, separation, something being hidden, and then just sort of hitting a place where like, okay, we can cruise for a minute here. Things will feel easy, things will feel good, maybe even some level of exhilaration at some point here. And this soar, I can't help but see that this soar, this is a sense of isolation, and then are we soaring to rejoin our people over here, to rejoin this group we're committed to, or are we soaring off on our own in a totally different direction? In some ways I'm seeing it could go either way, like, but there is a sense of you making a choice and a decision and moving in that direction. And is it to rejoin? It kind of looks a little bit solo, but I'm not getting... I mean, you're the one that has to decide whether you're going to soar or not, whether you're going to have something be a little easier or make your life a little easier here or something like that. I think it's an independent decision. You can stay like hunkered down and isolated. You can soar solo. You can soar back to the commitment or back to the person you're connected with, because there is some sort of difficulty here. Things will get easier. And that may just be because you're just going to take care of yourself for now. Yeah, we're definitely, this is a relationship reading, dear Sagittarius. This makes so much sense. Okay. We have treasured memories. So something from the past that you really love. So possibly some sort of earlier time in this commitment. Really good memories, maybe keeping you close to the commitment that help you weather these more difficult times where you don't feel as connected to this person as you normally do, or where you feel like there's been some sort of obfuscation or inauthenticity. And so there's a memory here of prior passions, maybe prior wild times, and you hold on to that because what's so important about these memories is that we know that we're capable of this much joy, right? I was just talking about how we move through these moments of difficulty, moments of soar, moments of ease. And so this is a memory of a moment of ease or some prior moment, and it helps us to know that we can get back there again. So whether it's with this specific person or with somebody else, the memory serves you because it helps you understand that you can have those feelings, that it can be easy. So, you know, not clinging to what person this is easy that it was with, because that person may no longer be able to meet you here. They may no longer be the same person that they were, or they may no longer be capable of that same type of experience. But the memory of that will help you moving forward, because you know that you can experience this. You know that you can have those moments of love, of joy, of co-creation and humor and delight and excitement. You know you're capable of that, whether it's capable here or with somebody else. That's what we're, you know, I'm not getting a clear message here so far. So so there's some really pleasant memories in your past, shared history with someone. Here's Red Garden. So here we have, you are looking at these memories. This is you looking to the past, looking to these memories. You're clinging, you've held on to them, you're looking at them, but there's been a very fundamental change here in who you are. And your heart's kind of ready for the future, ready for a different thing. So you're looking back here, and these memories may be, so sometimes this card feels like, you know, you see something back there, but it's coloring your ability to move forward. You're looking back on how much has changed, but you may also be romanticizing these treasured memories. These treasured memories may not be what you thought. This almost reminds me of a bit of a limerence issue, or a unrequited love, or something that you've been really committed to, but you're in separation. It may be a trick of the mind. It may not be, but the fact that you experience these emotions and these feelings means that your future is actually looking pretty bright here. So we have this like looking back here, and it is coloring your ability. You've grown, you've changed, you're looking back, but you may be looking back with rose-colored glasses at these treasured memories. They may not be what you thought they were. But what it is this treasured memory is preventing you from moving forward. And some part of your life, you've changed enough that you're ready to move on. You're ready to move forward with a totally different thing. So maybe though this was like, this could be someone having cheated or having tricked you in the past and being very obsessed with that. But realizing that you've changed and really being ready to move forward. It's just going to be a matter of turning your focus to the future and not on the past. So the past really has you enthralled here, though, really has you taken with something that happened. And it actually might be great, and it actually might be kind of bad, but it does have you, but you've changed so much that you don't, and maybe you've learned a lot, and maybe you understand something very differently now. But I really see your heart here is starting to look at the future and what's next. Where do we go from here? Starting to want and create, like here's our little bird right here, a little heart chakra bird, wanting to crave this soaring, some sort of ease, some sort of movement of freedom. So this is also like, this is definitely a relationship reading here. This is the ideal relationship, actually. This is two people from very different worlds, so that's like, that can be a little bit difficult. But the thing is, they're both very secure in who you are and who they are. This person here is they might be messy, they might be a little creative, they might be very emotional. This person's very logical. So this can be the combination of the heart and mind coming together, which I can see justified with this, like heart wanting to move forward, mind looking back. And what if they turned towards each other? What if your heart and mind combined and turned towards each other and were able to negotiate something? This can also, negotiate a peace or negotiate. What if your heart and your mind were able to really love each other and still feel secure? Like the mind, like, yeah, I think a lot and I'm okay with that. That's what I do. And the heart, like, yeah, I feel a lot and I'm okay with what I do with that. That's what I do. And then your heart and your mind kind of have a little love story here and kind of fall in love with each other, but also at the same time feel very secure in who they are. So that could be about a relationship about two people that are very different, right? And these two people, they can't join each other's worlds. They can't, I mean, it's an ideal relationship in that both people are coming from a place of security and a place of loving themselves and a place of being at home in their world. But we have sky and water. You know, these don't combine very often except for a moment of ocean spray and water spouts and that kind of thing, right? But the sky and water, they're two different worlds, the ocean and the sky, two different worlds. And you know, yeah, we have birds that can dive into the ocean, and we've got fish that can jump into the air, and they can experience the other's world, but only for a period of time. And I keep getting the only for a period of time. So you could be coming back together with this person for a period of time to experience each other's world, but in the final analysis, you have to live in your own world. You have to inhabit who you are, and you have to love who you are and love your world, and you have to you are a creature of that world. You're a creature of that environment, and you need to love that. So, all right, Sagittarius, if that made sense to you, and if you enjoyed that, come join me over on Vimeo for a more traditional tarot spread. And if not, I'll see you guys later.